Hola everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having an incredible day. I know I'm having an amazing day. I ate pancakes for breakfast, and I don't know what you guys like to put in your on your pancakes, but I'm doing this new thing where I put raspberry jam and then I put peanut butter, so it could be like a peanut butter jelly sandwich almost, but it's pancakes. Oh man, I'm in love with that. So that's kind of like my new thing right now. Yesterday I attempted to go to the snow at Cuyamaca. If you don't know where that is, it's like 40 minutes away from San Diego. That's how we get to our snow, because it doesn't snow down here. But it was beautiful. There was no snow, but it was still beautiful. My mom and I went out to eat with my best friend. She's leaving in 2 days, actually 1 day now, and it's bittersweet. I'm excited for her, but I am definitely going to miss her. But I'm excited for that new chapter in her life. So when you watch this, best friend, I'm happy for you and I'm excited. But getting into this video, our topic today is going to be about how to prevent settling for less. I actually got a request to make this topic, and they actually told me that they've witnessed their family, their friends settle for these loser types. For me, I understood it that these family and friends are settling for less than what they deserve. And you've probably witnessed it. They deserve more in their love life, and you just wish that they can either see something that could definitely inspire them to just go for something better. And it may even be yourself. Maybe you're in that relationship where you want it to be better, but you just don't know how to go about it, or maybe you just don't think that you can get better. You think that you're supposed to just settle for this because nothing is perfect, and people tell you that, and that's a limited belief that you have. That is settling for less as well. So it doesn't matter what situation you are, this aims for everyone. We're going to talk a little bit about self-esteem, because when you have high self-esteem, I believe that you have big goals, big aspirations for yourself, and you don't settle for less. When you have low self-esteem, you end up settling for less, unfortunately. And before I get into this topic, I want you to do a huge favor for me. I want you to visualize an ideal person that you would want to be with. Whether you're single, in a relationship, or married, it doesn't matter. I just want you to visualize that person. If a genie came up to you and they told you, look, I'm going to create this ideal person that you want in your love life, how would they be? Is this person loving? Do they make you feel special? Do they make you smile and laugh? Do you have great conversations? Do you have inside jokes? Are you playful? Do you enjoy the same activities? Do they say how amazing you look and how lucky they are to have you in their life? Are they romantic? Are they forgiving? Are they understanding? And do they seek to understand you before they prove their point? Are they vulnerable and genuine? Are they family oriented? Are they a person of faith and hope? Do they have a great spiritual life? Do they have a great relationship with their family and a great relationship with your family? Do they put effort in improving themselves every single day? Do they put effort in loving you and falling in love with you every single day? Are they a great listener? Do they make you feel good? Do they hold your hand when things get tough? Do they kiss you just because they felt like they needed a kiss from you? Do they encourage you? Do they support you in anything and everything you do? Do they tell you how amazing you are and that you can accomplish anything that you want? Any dreams that you have, you are deserving of that. Do they inspire you to become a better person because they are amazing? Do they learn how to love you? How loyal are they to you? Imagine how safe you feel because you know that this person is so faithful and that they wouldn't do anything to risk the love that you both have. When they get upset, are they calm and collective? Do you have a healthy relationship with them? Do you feel open and feel like you can tell them anything and everything that you feel? Think of how amazing they are, that even when they're mad, they are still in love with you and they still treat you amazing even when you don't deserve it. Imagine this person sweeping you off your feet every single day, being so nurturing, caring, and serves you in ways that you love to be served, just because they want to make you happy, feel loved, and smile. Now that you pictured your ideal person, I want you to ask yourself and be honest. Do I acquire all these qualities that I want my ideal person to have? Now start thinking about your self-image. How do you view yourself? What are your qualities? Think about your spirituality. Are you a person of faith and hope? Do you work to be spiritual and have a great spiritual relationship? Are you family oriented, and do you put effort into having a great relationship with your family? Are you forgiving? Are you understanding, and do you seek to understand before you prove your point? How do you get when you get angry and upset? Are you calm and collective? Are you optimistic? Do people feel good just being around you? Do your actions and habits inspire the person you are with and others to become better? Are you ambitious? Do you encourage others to pursue anything they want? Do you go out of your way to make people smile just like you want your ideal person to be? Are you negative towards other people's lives and who they are? Or do you focus on being positive and a great influence in other people's lives? If someone chose to be with you, would they be lucky to be with you? And would they have a healthy relationship with you? Would you be proud to raise someone to respond to life just like you do? Now that I got you to think about your self-image and the qualities that you have, I want you to think of that genie again. He comes to you a second time and asks you, if I could build you to be the person you'd be proud of, who would it be? Imagine where you both are just as trustworthy, where you both are just as faithful, where you both are just as loyal. Imagine being the person that someone is proud to have. Imagine inspiring your significant other to be better because you are a great example of being better every single day. Imagine having that passionate, fueling love that only inspires you to be better because it is fulfilling to be proud of who you are and be what each other desires to have a healthy relationship. Are you kind? Are you respectful to yourself, others, even strangers? Do you give your best every single day? Are you a person of integrity? Imagine giving without expecting anything in return and keeping tabs. Imagine reaching a limit where you have everything you've always desired because you are worthy of what you want, because you worked hard for what you want. Imagine having the great spiritual life. Imagine having great health. Imagine having a healthy relationship with your family. Imagine having a great career doing what you love. Imagine the love. Imagine the romance you have in your life. Imagine knowing how to forgive even when it's not your fault. Imagine seeking to really understand someone because you truly care. Imagine putting effort, investing in yourself every day, reading, researching ways to just get better as a person. Imagine seeking answers in books to read how to become a better lover. Imagine you and your significant other just growing and becoming better, reaching milestones, achieving things together, having a better life every single day. Where you thought you loved them 3 years ago, you love them so much more today, and you can only imagine how much you're going to love them later on in the future. The reason I wanted you to take a moment to visualize the ideal person that you would want to be with, who you are, and the self-ideal person you want to be is because it's so easy for us to say, this is who we want, this is everything we want. But then when we look at who we are, we realize that we have a lot of work to do if we want what we desire. Your self-image and your self-ideal both affect the level of your self-esteem. Brian Tracy said it in his book, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, that the level of your self-esteem affects the self-love you have for yourself. The way I understood it is that if your self-image and your self-ideal are in alignment with each other, then you have high self-esteem. But if your self-image and your self-ideal are not in alignment with each other, then you have low self-esteem, which causes you to settle for less. Self-image is the way you view yourself right now. So all the experiences from when you were born to now is what has molded you to be who you are today. So for example, let's just say that in your past someone betrayed your trust. Now what do? You don't trust people as easily. That's something that you created because of your past, that now it is a quality that you have. Sometimes this new belief that you created benefits your self-esteem. Sometimes it does not benefit your self-esteem. As soon as we start taking a look at our self-image and we see that it's nowhere near our self-ideal, we start to create limiting beliefs that tell us that we don't deserve what we want. I believe that you can have everything you want. You just have to work to get what you want. To better explain this, let me use this example. Let's just say that you want a TV really, really bad and you have that ideal TV in your head. You go to the store and you see that it's $500, but you only have $100. If you really want that TV, what do? You save up until you have sufficient money to buy that TV. So you do that, you go back and then you purchase it. When you didn't have the money, did that mean you didn't deserve that TV? Obviously not. It just means you couldn't have it. But when you had enough money, you were able to purchase it. But when it comes to our life situations, we end up telling ourselves we don't deserve what we want and we settle for less. Self-ideal is the person that you want to be. It's the standards, the goals, the morals, and the dreams that you have that are meant for you. It is who you are if you were performing at your best. And you know what I'm talking about. You know those times that you feel good, that you probably help your friend or you help your family or you compliment someone or you give something to someone, even doing a random act of kindness to a stranger. And it feels so good to do that. That is your self-ideal. That is who you are when you are performing at your best. You have this sense of fulfillment when you perform at your best. But when our self-image and our self-ideal aren't congruent, like I said before, then we feel disappointed because we're not fulfilling our self-ideal that we have for ourselves. And this causes us to settle for less because we are not in alignment with our self-ideal. But going back to the TV example, if we took action by saving up sufficient money to purchase that TV, why don't we take the same action with our self-image, improve who we are, to increase our value and obtain what we want instead of settling for less? So I know at this point you're probably thinking, I get it, Victoria, you want me to become the self-ideal person I want to be so that I can have everything I want and I don't settle for less. But how do I go by doing that? From my personal experience, I remember going through a moment in my life where I was not the person that I wanted to be. I was not that self-ideal person that I had in my head. I was so selfish. I had a real bad ego. I took advantage of people. I was a liar. I procrastinated. I gossiped about people. I got irritated easily. I had a bad temper. And if you know me, if you really, really know me, you know that this isn't who I am. And I remember surrounding myself with people that did acquire all these qualities, which in effect caused me to have these qualities. Now I'm taking full responsibility. I'm not blaming anybody for who I was at that time because I chose to become that person. I let myself transform to that person that I didn't want to be. But this is just to show you how important it is to surround yourself with the environment that helps you be who you want to be. It's so funny because I remember just talking to my best friend about this and she was like, man, that is not who you are. And I told her, yeah, it's not who I am, but it was who I was for that moment in my life. I think it was like about 1 or 2 years that I was this person. I would cry and I would pray to God and say, God, please help me become the person I want to be, because I knew who I wanted to be wasn't who I was, but I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know how to fix myself. And like I said before, it's so easy for us to say, this is what I want, this is what I deserve, because you know deep down you deserve better, but who you are at this time in your life isn't deserving of what you want. You may deserve what you want, because I truly believe that if you can visualize what you want, you deserve it. It is for you. You just have to be deserving and work to get what you want. So how did I go about by fixing this? Like I've been saying in a lot of my videos, I actually have been transforming myself for about, I said 2 years, but looking back on my journals, this is my self-developing journal, and it actually goes all the way back to January, if you can see this. So it goes all the way back from January 2014. So from there, I started writing down who I want to be. So right here it says who I want to be. And I started writing down, I want to fit, dream, body healthier. I want to be more loving. I want to be more considerate. I want to be more kind. So I started 3 years ago, which that was when I was 20. I'm 23 now. And I started to really attempt to have a plan to work on myself purposely. Then I ran across this journal. June 2015, I started writing down what I want in a man. So you see, I started writing down all the things I want in a man, because people will tell you that. They say, write down what you want. And then something hit me and I told myself, wow, like I want all these things in a man, but am I the person to deserve this type of man? So then I wrote down all the things that I need to be, all the qualities I need to have to deserve this person. So then I put selfless. I give just as much as I receive. People say thank you to me as much as I say to them. So I started writing down all the things that I need to be in order to be deserving of what I want. And then lastly, on May 2016, this is what I wanted my beliefs to be. So I started writing down like a plan of how to purposely grow. And right here I'm looking back at it and see it says like business, like all what I want to do with business, like everything. And then on July 2016, I wrote down creating a personal growth plan. So I started writing down the 5 areas in my life that I think I need to grow purposely every day. And then on August, if you can kind of see it, August 2016, I put what Victoria wants. So then I started putting down everything that I want. And then on August, just before that, I started creating my growth plan, spiritual, what I wanted in my spiritual life, go to church every day, and then my fitness, my business, personal, and wealth. So I started writing down all the areas that I needed to grow my life. And then that was on August. On December 2016, that's when I fully completed my transformation growth plan, and I started transforming. And it's been 30 days now. I just evaluated yesterday, so I'm very happy. But what I basically did, I created a plan so that I could purposely grow myself to be of value. And I can tell you, 30 days ago, and even like I said 3 years ago, I was going into that transition where I didn't know who I was. I wanted to love myself, but I didn't know how to. I thought loving yourself meant to be happy with yourself, but it's not. You could be happy with yourself and not love yourself. Guys, it took me 3 years to finally create something that was helping me grow and become the person that I want to be deserving of everything that I want. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because it's mind-blowing to me how long I've been working on this, and I have finally found and created something that is now working. And I'm sharing this with you because what took me 3 years is going to take you 30 days to really create something and follow it through to get yourself to have what you want. Because I'm barely now witnessing, after 3 years of really investing in myself and looking for a plan that works, I'm barely now scratching the surface of what I want. In order to have what you want, it's so important to know how to even love yourself. And people don't teach us this. There's no class to teach us how to love ourselves and how to go about it. So with that, this is the action point I'm going to give you guys. I want you to write down on a piece of paper your self-image of yourself. Then on another piece of paper, I want you to write your self-ideal of who you want to be and who you would be proud of to be. What helped me, like I said, is my 30-day transformation growth plan. Have goals for yourself and start aligning your daily routines, your daily habits to be in alignment to your goals. So all those 5 areas of growth, really work on that every single day. Have an evaluation day. Because of me growing purposely to reach my self-ideal, I can honestly tell you my self-esteem is so high, and it's just growing, and I find myself having higher standards and not making any exceptions for anybody. And because of that, it helps me attract more people that I see myself being with, not even just romantically, but in a friendship. And I see myself having better relationship with my family because of me purposely growing. Because I am better and because my value is growing more as a person, I can honestly tell you that I definitely am deserving of what I want. And that if I run across someone that I don't believe is congruent to what I know I deserve, I will not settle for that. I will not be satisfied with that. I will have what I want because I know I'm deserving. If I am forgiving, if I'm understanding, if I'm ambitious, why wouldn't I deserve someone that's like that? Because now I am that person. Even with my family, I always thought, man, well, my family doesn't do this, my family doesn't do that, my family doesn't do this. But someone had said, you have to be the change first before you want to see a change. And I always thought, well, why does it have to be me? Because sometimes you're going to feel that way. Why do I have to be the one that changes? God feels like it is my purpose to be the one to transform the family. And that's the same way I'm going to say with you. Maybe you're in that marriage, maybe you're in that relationship. Maybe it's just really you're single and you want to have a different life, and you keep on being a victim of, well, my family does this to me, or my significant other does this, or my husband or my wife. Well, the message I can give it to you is you have to transform first, and not until you make it obvious. The people around you are not going to transform with you. And this is tough because you have to do things that even when the people around you don't deserve, the best of you, you have to give the best of you. I had someone tell me, why are you being nice to me when I've been rude to you? And I told them, look, why do I have to be rude to you just because you're rude to me? I am going to be the best that I am no matter what. I don't care what situation goes in my life. I don't care if you scream at me. I don't care if you disrespect me. I am going to give you my best, because if I start not performing at my best, then I just create the habit of only performing at my best only when I want to, not always, not permanently. Even when people don't deserve it, perform at your best. So if you were to ask me, Victoria, how do I prevent from settling for less? I would tell you, learn how to improve your self-image to get closer to your self-ideal and increase your self-esteem. Thank you for watching. I hope I was able to deliver the message that God wanted me to. My name is Victoria. I'm here for you, and let's transform together.